Yes, sir. What is going on, YouTube? It is your boy Denali, aka Don Squally, and we are back at it with another little vlog type video. So if you guys saw the last video that I made of the project car here, I was having quite a bit of trouble with the key, getting it programmed. Cost me quite a bit of money, and you know, I almost wanted to sell this car. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I did get this car essentially for free. If you guys saw the video on how I did that, how I got my G35 for free, sold a lot of the aftermarket parts that this car came with, and essentially got my car, you know, for free. Unfortunately, since then, I decided to put it on the road and really work out a lot of the bugs. As you guys know, I originally bought this car to do a drift project build for this coming summer. And since I've put this car on the road, I'm starting to realize there's a lot of things about this car that really make it not very good for drifting in general. Now, some of you guys may also know that I own this black 6-speed G35 sedan that's pretty much sorted from front to back. It's got a good suspension, you know, solid engine, low kilometers, 6-speed. This car here will be going in for a tune very shortly, so I'm going to go over a couple of the reasons why my automatic G35 here probably won't be a good candidate for a drift build, which a lot of those reasons are not the case with this car. So as you guys may imagine, this may become the primary drift vehicle for the channel this year. Now, first and foremost, the major issue with this silver G35 is the fact that it does have 300,000 kilometers on it, which for these motors is, in my opinion, pretty much you're getting close to the end of the life, especially if you're going to be taking this thing out on the track as I am planning to. There's a strong possibility that this engine probably won't be able to put up with a lot of the abuse for much longer. And you know, it does burn a lot of oil, which is something, you know, I don't want to have to buy jugs and jugs of oil to put in this car every time I want to go to a track day. But aside from that, everything else, very high kilometers, suspension, pretty beat up. So, you know, I'd have to change a lot of the bushings and the suspension. And aside from that, with the engine being as high kilometers as it is, this thing won't do a burnout. Now, I've tried numerous times. In the rain, it'll do a burnout. It'll do drifts in the snow just fine. But as far as dry ground, just trying to do a brake stand, it will not do it. You got to turn the wheel, smash on the gas. You get that the one wheel peel happening. I think that if I were to get out on the track, spend a lot of time and money to get this thing prepped and out on the track, only to find out that I actually can't do a drift, I think it'd be pretty disappointing. So I pretty much already come to that conclusion. Now, with the one wheel peel, that also is a, you know, obviously a big flaw with these automatics. Now, you could get an automatic in this year, first gen 03, 04. You could get the sport package. Now, all 6 MTs in this generation came with the sport package, but you could also get the sport package on the automatics, but unfortunately this car does not have that. Now, the major issue with that is, even when I got out and I was doing a little bit of snow drifting with this car, you'd get around a corner and you'd hit the gas and you'd expect the back end to go out. But when all the weight distributes to the side that you're turning into, this one wheel is just going to peel. No sideways action, extremely disappointing. And there, you know, I could weld the differential in this car. Unfortunately, as a lot of you guys know, I'm currently in the middle of building my shop for the channel, and right now I just don't have the space or the means to do that kind of a job, which is another reason this car comes with stock, the 6MT, which I have here, comes stock with a viscous LSD in it. Not the greatest option if you want to do serious drifting, but definitely good for a starter vehicle, and most certainly better than what I have in this car right here. And pretty much the last thing that's pretty much the straw that broke the camel's back, in my opinion, with this car is the fact that obviously with an automatic car, it does have a foot e-brake. Now I did a little bit of research online, and there's different configurations that you can do to convert these to a hand pull brake. But if you guys saw me, the video that I did on this car where I actually changed the rear pads and the rear rotors, in that video I found out that the rear e-brake setup on this car is pretty corroded. It's pretty much useless. If I were to actually convert this car to have either a hydro e-brake or some kind of an e-brake that I can use with my hand, then I would most certainly have to do a complete overhaul of the rear end on this silver car, which for me, the amount of money that I got this car for and the amount of money that I've spent on it to get it on the road, that's really not a task that I would want to do. So with that being said, this car right here, like I say, pretty well sorted from front to back. So the brakes on this car, pretty good. It just needs rear pads. So this car right here, the 6-speed, would most certainly be, in my opinion, the better option to get out drifting. Now with that being said, what do I do with this car? I have a couple of different options. I was thinking about selling it, but the amount of money that I've put into this car in the last, I don't know, couple of weeks just to get it roadworthy, I would most certainly lose most, if not all, of my money. I could keep the car and daily it, but you know, I've driven this car to and from work for the last couple of weeks, and there's a few different things that really make this car a terrible, terrible daily, which I will be going over probably in a video coming out in the next couple of weeks or so. So really the only other option is to keep this car. Instead of doing a drift build with it, I'll take it more so open lapping, where I take it on a road course. Since this car won't be very good for drifting, I figure I should at least get it out on the track and have a little bit of fun with it. And to be honest, the first couple of track days that I do with this car, I'm not really expecting it to survive, because like I say, 300,000 kilometers on this car, it's a lot. I can't really see this thing lasting much longer. But a lot of you guys were disappointed to hear that I was going to sell or potentially get rid of this car. But what a lot of you guys don't actually realize, or at least a lot of my new subscribers that, you know, subscribed to the channel recently when I got this drift beater, is that I do actually have a second G35 sedan right here, and this one's in much better condition. This is my pride and joy. Just got it out for winter, so it's a little bit dusty, but it does have a 6-speed transmission, lots of bolt-ons, test pipes, the LSD, and like I say, this thing's going to be going in for a tune within the next month or two, I want to say, and we're going to be doing some up rev tuning, as well as getting some 2-step action going on here. So I'm really looking forward to that. So let me know what you guys want to see done with this car. If you think I should just part it out, scrap it, sell it, or if you wouldn't mind seeing a few more videos where I actually take it to the track. The track's going to be opening up soon. It's almost spring here. Well, there's no leaves on the trees yet, but it's going to be real nice very soon. So I think that's pretty much all that I wanted to cover in this video. So if you guys did enjoy this one, don't forget to smash that like button. If you guys want to see more, definitely subscribe, because like I say, either way, we're going to have lots of G35 content coming between the two of these cars. So with that being said, I'm your boy Denali, aka Don Squally. Oh, big shout outs to Strictly VQ as well as SoCal G. You know, support the guys who support this channel, man. Check them out on Instagram. And as always, we're going to catch y'all mofos at the next one, man.